how do you play Deus Ex 1 type stuff. So I thought I'd go through. It's kind of hard to just respond in text. I thought I'd go through and just show a few things. This is towards the end of the stealth. This is towards the end of the training mission.
Now you will learn to move quietly and conceal yourself, so that you will be able to avoid a confrontation altogether.
This is one of the things that really helps.
The test is simple. Get to the far north door without being spotted by the guards below. If one of them sees you, he will sound an alarm and lock the door.
I'm going to show you a lot of things on this section instead of Liberty Island. I'll get to Liberty Island eventually, but you want to read things. One thing that will help you a lot, if you go in your settings, under controls, if you toggle crouch, that makes your life a whole lot easier if you're trying to do these kinds of things. Stealth helps in this game instead of playing it like a FPS. You want to, in the words of one of the characters, infiltrate and evade on your own terms. Now the NPCs, they'll react to whether they see you or hear you.
Don't let the guards see you. Use the crates for cover and crouch when you move.
Like she says there, don't let the guards
Contact,
see you.
I have visual.
He sees me. He's gonna pull the alarm.
You blew it. The alarm just closed the north door. Return to the control room to the south and press the button in the overlook window to restart the test. This time, don't let the guards see you. Stay crouched, stay behind the crates, and stay behind the guards.
Yeah, they react through that window too. But they, like I say, they react to seeing you, they react to noise too. Like she said, stay behind the guards. Don't let them see you. You never want to go into unfamiliar areas without seeing what's going on. There's a guy. They react to noise too, which I'll show you here in a bit.
Stand where I can see you.
He heard me just then walking. Use your crouch button. I'll show you one more thing and then I'll pass by this. I don't know where the guards are, what they're doing, what they're looking at. Pays a lot in this game to be patient. It's not so much different play styles. I don't really care what your play style is. I'm just showing you what this game is, what it does, how the enemies work. Now he's not looking at me, and I'm crouching, so I'm not making any noise. You hear the footsteps. That's what they key off of. I go this way. I'm in the shadows and hidden. See, he doesn't see me. I move this way. This is what they'll react to noise.
We have movement here, sir.
Always remember the 4 basic tactics to avoid detection. Crouch behind concealment. Stay behind enemies. move slowly to avoid making noise, and use shadows to conceal yourself. Be alert to every possibility.
Sage words for this game.
Very good. I hope you remember this lesson, Agent. They have assigned us to be partners, and I will not stop to hold your hand and repeat myself when we are facing a real enemy.
Now for the last test. You have to find a way across the river to the exit on the other side. There's more than one way to get there, depending on your approach and the skills you want to use. It's up to you. Make use of the IFF system to identify enemies. The crosshairs will highlight red over enemies, green over allies, and white over neutrals.
Again, you don't want to walk into a room without seeing what's going on. There's a bot there. He's not looking at me, though.
Careful around this TNT. You can pick up the boxes and move them around, but crouch to set them down. I don't want to have to reattach your arms.
My mouse double clicks, so I'm gonna do it again.
Careful around
That's
this
much
TNT.
better.
You can pick up the boxes and move them around, but crouch to set them down. You don't want to have to reattach your arms.
They take damage. Yeah, I'm back here, so I'm safe. I'll look around and get some items. See where the bot's at. Bot's coming this way, so I want to stay hidden. See what this data cube is. Back here, there's a gun. Bot's coming back this way, so I want to watch what I'm doing, stay hidden. Everything in this game's about what they're looking at and what they hear. I'll look back here. There's a multi-tool I can use to close the gate. One thing I'll show you before I pass this. He spotted me, so he's moving back this way. You have your skill set. I'm trained right now. Your reticle gets wide. Something is didn't explain in training. You gotta stay motionless and then it'll tighten down. Your shot will go 100% within that square. If you get hurt, if your arms get hurt, your accuracy will go down. Bot spotted me again. Of course, I can't take the bot out with the pistol, so I'm gonna shoot the TNT here. Yeah, I destroyed it. Of course, I could have gone over here and done this and been okay. Across the bridge. One complaint people have being new to the game.
Step up to each hologram for more info. When you're through, go out the opposite door.
They don't get a lot of background. That's one thing I've seen on the Reddit sub. This is it. If you get this
The
far,
deployment of UNATCO troopers is the central component of all UN peacekeeping occupations.
the purpose of this is to tell you what the factions are.
The NSF, the biggest terrorist threat in the US. This national militia group thinks it is fighting the Second American Revolution.
And I'll go ahead and finish the training level.
Sufficiently impressive, an early success for the whole organization.
Thanks. You from the United Nations?
Your augmentations are a go. The real test comes next. Active duty.
I'm ready, sir.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Bob Page. Feeding it. Way the game works. Plot-wise, it doesn't hit you over the head, it just feeds you things. And now to the live game part. Already did all the things on the dock. Got the get gun, because you can get weapons everywhere else. That's kind of the thing, you want to be careful, see where things are. NSF. Right there. There comes his buddy. I can come in.
If you want to make a covert approach, remember the Academy stealth course. Stay out of their field of view.
know, I heard
walk
they
slowly
found
to
us.
stay quiet.
Pig.
Crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
See, I'm running out of ammo. I'm attracting everything. I'm getting hurt.
Be careful. The NSF has set up patchwork security systems here.
They don't give you that much ammo. I'm already out of ammo.
I know I
The
can
NSF
take him
has
out.
a commercial-grade security bot in this area. You can either avoid its patrol route, or, if you're feeling lucky, try and take it out with the EMP grenades or explosives. I wouldn't recommend taking it out with small arms.
That's the way I played Doom a lot. It worked then, Doom or Half-Life or anything like that. The idea is though that you want to be a lot more careful like we were in the training. I'll explain the skills. This is something that wasn't explained too well in training. You get more effective the higher skill level you get. So for right now I'm going to use low tech, which is melee weapons. That's my crowbar, that's my baton, that's a few other things. And that explains it. Right there, low tech, base damage is 7. My riot prod's the same thing, low tech. And I'll be play a lot more carefully. This guy's coming. Looks like he's going that way.
If you want to make a covert approach, remember the Academy stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
See, they're not noticing me because I'm not being seen, I'm not making any movement. You gotta watch your noises, so if I do that, I heard it, yeah, scream. They heard the hit. Heard him make noise. I'll do it again. Again, it's not so much I'm trying to dictate a play style to you. That's one thing about these immersive sounds. You can do whatever, play however you want.
If you want to make a covert approach, remember the Academy stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
I'll use my prod. This is silent.
Uh-oh. Fascist.
And he still heard that. His buddy's coming because he heard the fire. You kind of gotta watch what you do around. What, wrong one. What you do around other things.
If you want to make a covert approach, remember the Academy stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
You always want to go for the back, torso, or head. You didn't hear that. Okay, this guy's coming and looking this way, so I want to try and hide myself. I'm doing it right there. He's got his back turned, so that's okay. I'm out of his range. So
Thought I saw someone.
Oh, he
A
just
guy in
saw
a coat.
me.
That's him. He's a cop.
One more thing I'm going to talk about is ranged weapons.
If you want to make a covert approach, remember the Academy stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
They're going to respond to where they hear the sound, so I'm okay.
Big guy. He can't hide for long.
You give them time, they'll quit.
I think he took off.
This is what you do when you do get noticed. Reason why you don't get the gap gun. You don't get anything with the gap guns. You get all the other weapons as you go. I'm gonna go this way. You get damage bonuses if you catch them unaware or from behind. And then to the head. And something like this, it drops. So you kind of have to be real careful with it. He's getting a little far out of range. So I'll wait until that's making noise, but I need to get out of his way. He's coming back this way. There he is. So I tend to aim a little bit high. unaware. So he didn't respond to me, he didn't shoot at me. And he was alone, so I wasn't hurt there. Last thing that I'll show on this section, you don't necessarily have to engage anything if it doesn't befit your mission. So I'm gonna just sneak past everything.
If you want to make a covert approach, remember the Academy's stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal
Give me the
takedown.
law.
Hide. They always give you some kind of cue before they come after you. You're not going to hear me alone here. Surface sounds different because it's going to make different sounds. It's going to be louder or softer. Now I'm hidden again. See this guy here? He's walking that way. See if I can make it over here where I'm hidden. He's going back behind there.
Be careful, the NSF has set up patchwork security systems here.
He's gonna see me if I stick my head up. Most of these things just have as regular patrol routes.
I think we've got an intruder.
Hey,
Take it.
His buddy's coming down. Game can be tricky in a lot of ways. It's just as hard as you want to make it. See, that guy's moving that way.
The NSF put a commercial-grade security bot in this area. You can either avoid its patrol route, or, if you're feeling lucky, try and take it out with the EMP grenades or explosives. I wouldn't recommend taking it on with small arms.
There's the bot he's telling me about. I can take it out the same way I did the one in training. Or I can just avoid it. It's running around the front door there. I don't want to do that. So just yet. He's coming this way. You can peek around and not get noticed every once in a while. Now I got time. Let's not go in front of that camera. I'm not going to turn these on. We're going to get these things. And I'm in. Not getting noticed. There's his buddy there. There's his guy up there. I'm going to go ahead and save Gunther. Sound doesn't necessarily carry very far, but if I kill one of these guys along here, his buddy's gonna notice. moving back that way. As long as you stay hidden. I'm in the dark. To the side, he's not gonna know. Got him. Guess you're less be better to go to the head on that one. Now he's over that way, so I got a little bit of freedom of movement. The idea is to not attract attention. You engage on your own terms. So they can't respond to you and they can't attack you directly.
I think Gunther is being held behind this laser-triggered alarm. If you don't want to set off the alarm, you can either hack the control panel in the doorway or find a way around. My blueprint of the statue shows a few air shafts.
That's getting visible.
This security setup is strictly
I can go
amateur
around.
stuff. Keep an eye out for ways to bypass it. These old pre-millennial buildings are riddled with ventilation shafts and maintenance tunnels.
That's one thing about Deus Ex. There's always a number of ways to do things. This is preferable as limit my chances of being seen doing something about the tripwires, the laser tripwires. This is what your lockpicking and multi-tools are for primarily. They'll probably have a bunch of guys guarding him, and they do. Be careful. If I shoot, they're going to attract attention. Gotta go wander back around here. Especially if I try to get Gunther out, I'm going to attract attention I don't want. Now, one handy thing, you saw me toss a pair of tech goggles. These flares are in the main game. You can use them for that purpose and make it really
Gunther's
easy
in
on
that
yourself.
room, one of our top agents.
I think we got cops.
Responded to the noise. And there's a camera. I'm hidden from it. Disable all that. And boom, Gunther's
Glad you're
out.
not hurt, Agent.
Command, show.
Risk. As you would.
That will be added.
The other thing to show you just depends on how you want to do it. This will be a lot more quicker, but a lot more direct. I don't want these guys to respond, so I'm going to take care of them first. So, you always want to set things into your own terms. You don't want them to see you coming necessarily. It's the whole point behind the stealth. And for most part, they haven't.
Who was that? I didn't see a uniform. Take
That one saw me. Wait and see. I don't think his buddy's gonna respond. The ones downstairs definitely won't. Do another melee takedown. There.
I think Gunther is being held behind this laser-triggered alarm. If you don't want to set off the alarm, you can either hack the control panel in the doorway or find a way around. My blueprint of the statue shows a few air shafts.
Move this and be quiet. I want to make sure that this is going to make noise, so I want to make sure they're away from it when I set it down. They didn't. Get where I could get to cover. Wait for my reticle to get smaller. That's noise too. That's going to attract some attention. Well, maybe it didn't. Depends on where they are on their routes. One of them's coming. Now that's drawing some attention. He's gonna try to pull it apart.
Gunther's in that room, one of our top agents.
If they're behind a wall, they're typically not going to hear. This one didn't hear me.
I saw somebody.
Depends on how you want to do things. I just saved Gunther there. I don't have to talk with him. But I wanted to show you something. I just blew away that auto turret. You can do the same thing with your weapons that are powerful enough to do it. There's a damage threshold. If I want to blow away a camera, I can do it with my explosives, sniper rifle at master, or the DTS at master with combat. Nothing's hearing me, so I can do this at will. I'll take this camera out over here. Last thing I want to show you before we call it done. There's nothing that says that you have to do anything or engage anything. as long as you get your goals.
Did they find the shipment?
Yeah, we got the whole
They
supply.
didn't hear me,
You can
so
see the
they're
ship's lights
being
crossing the bay.
conversation.
Guess y'all were right. So why aren't we pulling out?
Mike's on the horn. Jojo wants a lead on the distribution network.
Hell, we don't have enough men to protect what we've got.
That's what Jojo wants.
I wonder, how does a guy with a tattooed forehead get to be an NSF colonel? Pardon me, but back in Alabama, we wouldn't let a man who wears earrings plan a military operation.
I'd watch what I say about Jojo. He's got a temper.
He's a punk and he's gonna get us all killed.
The NSF is strong because it represents everyone's interests.
Yeah.
Okay, when you get groups of enemies like this, that's where your gas.
I saw
grenades
somebody.
and things- I use the pepper spray just then. If you want to take them down, you can do it that way.
Gunther
or
has
could it just
re-established
snake
contact.
past?
He says you helped him escape. Good work.
Of course, normally I could go take out everything the NSL brought.
Some news, JC. The NSF targeted a shipment of the plague vaccine Ambrosia. We can't locate it. See if the leader will surrender when you reach the command post. We'd like to interrogate him.
Another one of his buddies. NSF group.
Let's get out of here.
I'm standing my ground.
They sprung Herman. We don't stand a chance against a mech.
This is it, Private. We knew it might come to this.
What good are we to the NSF if we end up dead?
If you Natco breach the perimeter, then it's already too late. Get ready to fight.
There's nothing that says that I necessarily have to even engage these guys. Another good demonstration.
I know I heard something.
Let them hearing something that takes their attention away.
I could swear I heard something.
Easy. We want you to take this one alive and conscious. Find out what you can about the shipment, then turn him over to one of the troopers.
Don't shoot. I surrender.
So you think you know better than FEMA what to do with this month's
You're too late.
Tell me about the ship.
Ask her
Where are you taking?
I think.
Well done. I will pass on your orders to the troopers. Report back to base on the west side of the island. Mission complete.
Depending on how you handle things, changes the plot up. That's what last thing I'm gonna show you, and then this video will be over.
They sent us in to pick up the pieces. We've already searched the bodies and delivered the enemy munitions to the quartermaster.
What you choose to do, how much you sneak past, kind of.
Don't worry about the bodies. We'll handle the
It's
cleanup.
gonna affect things.
Someone should have put a slug in the commander's head. I guess you were just following orders up there.
I could have done that.
Benson touched off a gas trap. Nasty. Thanks for leaving a few for us.
Yeah, that's because I did take a lot of them out.
Stealth and speed. I guess that's why you're a special agent.
That's what it helps right there. Good comment to leave this on, stealth and speed. Hope you learned something.